Hello and welcome to Day 6 of Ben and Tim's Advent Calendar, a pop rundown of weird bits and pieces from the catalogue of, well, I say catalogue, it's more a big burning bin with some singles in it, but we do have it and we've dug through it and we've found truly something from the bottom of the bin today. But before we get there, I've got to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Pints, who have been very kind in sponsoring this show. And definitely
No, Ben, I'm sorry.
I'm not have cancelled.
Yeah, I'm afraid I've literally just this minute received a text message. Pyramid have said no more. They don't want to be associated with anyone mentioning Phil Pope for some reason.
Oh, the Santa-hating swine wins again!
But it's alright, because we've got a new sponsor. It's Pat O'Banton.
Pat O'Banton?
No, Pat O'Banton.
Alright.
Who did that Giggity Cowboy, whatever it was.
Giggity
song.
Cowboy, yes. The good old Pat O'Banton, the Giggity Cowboy. That's what we all called him in the 90s. I didn't know if it's going to be Pat O'Banton, because there's a very Irish flavour to today's.
Oh God, you haven't, have you? I think I know what he's picked, listeners. I'm not happy.
In fact, I couldn't choose between them. So we're having a double dose of puppet fun.
Do you want to do this podcast by yourself?
So we're going to start with a song from 1990. It's called Christmas Number 1. And it was Christmas Number 1 in Ireland. Yeah, you see, the fun thing about this one is it's...
Oh, just put it on and let's get it over with, okay?
Sorry, okay. This is Christmas Number 1 by Zig and Zag.
Oh yeah!
Hang on, turn that down.
That's real groovy!
I'm trying to do my Santa list. I've only got 18 pages written.
Oh yeah!
Now, straight away you'll notice that Zag's voice, the purple one, exactly the same. Zig's voice is much more Dublin.
Yeah, I can... Despite my legendary antipathy towards Zig and Zag, yeah, I can see that.
Zig and Zag, when they were just Ireland only, when they were on The Den, Zig is the smart one, Zig is the scheming one.
Stuffy is blue and Zag is still a twat. Christmas pudding with cucumbers.
And also use the word twat.
What?
Did you catch that?
No.
He said Zag is a twat. Now apparently that's only in the video, and on the single he does say prat. But I couldn't find that. I could only find this video, which is taken presumably from The Den.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have shown it on the Den with swearing intact, surely.
Who knows? Maybe it doesn't mean it. If there's any Irish listeners, please do give us a shout if twat is quite inoffensive there.
That said, I mean, I've got to say, I'm intrigued by The Den because it seems to be the most bizarre children's programme ever, including we recently found out they did a storyline based on our old favourite, the Max Headroom broadcast intrusion.
Apparently so. You'll have to listen to Why What Boo for more of that. But yeah, this was number 1 in Ireland. One of 2 number 1s they had.
Yeah, now you did some articles about the Irish charts a while back, and I know they were weird, but this weird.
Well, they didn't actually have an official proper chart until 92.
And this is how they celebrated.
But then we've got a guest here.
MC Dustin, your only man, is here.
Now, you probably won't recognise him if you do know who this is and you're not Irish. You won't realise because they changed his voice several years later. I presume his actor changed.
Bob Geldof.
That's Dustin the Turkey, who you may remember from Eurovision.
Dustin.
That's Dustin. That's the original Dustin the Turkey as the special guest, and he actually took over. And Zig and Zag went to the Big Breakfast presenting The Den. I say took over. It was some different felt took over from some felt.
But isn't there some lengthy storyline about when Roger Podge came into it that Dustin kept having fights with them and beating them up, and they kidnapped Dustin and one of them dressed up as him with a fake beak?
For those who don't know Roger and Podge, you may remember from
Don't
Play
remember
years
Roger
ago,
and Podge.
2 Irish brothers who told scary stories to each other and made sex jokes a lot in a bed. And then Irish people know them because they have their own chat show and all sorts. Rog and Podge, from Podge and Roger's Stick It In.
Yeah, now Roger and Podge are bad, but this is worse. This is awful.
God, this is the most 1990 thing in the world.
Hear the pudding get wicked! Hey, stop scratching my records!
Only New Kids on the Block.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, see, it's even a New Kids on the Block reference, just to properly date it. There you go. So that was the first part of this.
Yeah, I was hoping you were joking before when you said there was more than one.
No, because, you see, when Zig and Zag gave their crown to Dustin, naturally, the song making had to go with it. Dusty released his first album in 1994, Not Just a Pretty Face.
Album?
And then he had a number one with the Saw Doctors, Spanish Lady. And then another number one, Rat Trap, with Bob Geldof.
Did he then do one with Some of the Commitments?
Yeah, but it was like bits of torsos and like hands and stuff. He did do one with Dave LaCour when he did Fairy Tale in New York, but we're not going there.
I'm sorry, I don't actually know if you're making this all up now.
No, I'm not.
Did he just record a single with everyone in Ireland?
From his second album, Unplugged, this is Christmas Tree from 1996.
This sounds a bit better, actually. Sounds a bit like that Lemon Tree by Fool's Garden.
Oh, you see, you do recognise it then. Yes, this is a hilarious parody of Lemon Tree.
Why would you have a parody of a song that was like the most minor hit in the history of hits?
I think it was only minor in the UK. Everywhere else, it was like massive. Because I remember it being on MTV Europe a lot.
It was on the box a lot as well, wasn't it?
Ghastly. just so piss weak.
If anyone's never heard it, it's one of those records where, like, you know, sort of in the 80s and 90s, you got those ones where European teenagers have a very weird view of the 60s and psychedelia, and John Lennon holding up a CND sign, and these records that sound nothing like the Beatles say, oh, it sounds just like the Beatles, like that Keeping the Dream Alive by Freiheit. And Lemon Tree was a perfect example of that.
Oh god, but the thing with Zig and Zag, it was at least vaguely in tune. But this is just horrible. And like I said, he had two number ones before this, and then he had another one in 97, Good Looking Woman with Joe Dolan, and then another one with 32 Counties, and then another one with a cover of Sweet Caroline. Sadly, his cover of Patricia the Stripper with Krista Berg only got to number 3. Sorry, but I mean, Irish kids are probably like screaming, or people who were kids at the time, like, oh yeah, we heard this all the time, stop pissing over our legacy, because, you know, what did we have? Emily and the Gremlin, you know, what 90s kids would have had the equivalent. I had Gordon the Gopher before he was a hilarious Warwick Davis voiced lols. Yeah.
Yeah, I had Nucky Bear, thank you.
They look good on trees.
Right, Dustin the Turkey, tell the people when he did Eurovision and he got all those pints.
He got 12 lovely points.
Not points.
Except he didn't. He came very, very low down and just baffled everybody. But yeah, this album, Unplugged, has the aforementioned Rat Trap cover. Bob Geldof also appears on a cover of Walk This Way. It has Thumbing Home Now, featuring Boyzone, a cover of Sylvia's Mother, a song called Shellborn Shetland Pony, and it ends with, of course, Queen Medley, which I never want to hear as long as I live. And believe me, it won't be much longer after this record finishes.
Now, I did wonder why you didn't laugh when I said to just do a duet with everyone in Ireland, because yeah, it's getting that way. There's going to be some of my extended family are going to be on there in a minute, and Jared from work and Shonning Malloy, everyone.
Let's quickly skip out before we get too... Oh no, I feel it coming over me! 12 lovely advent calendars!
Yeah, you think we're going to keep the sponsors now after that outburst?
Oh, piss.